Good morning this morning. How are you this morning? As I peruse the news, as I usually do on this Sunday morning, and one of the things I watch is, my morning update on the Ukraine situation. One of the things became clear. At 2 minutes and 45 seconds, a portion begins, and we're going to go through that. It's clear the president's plan for peace is moving forward, and we're starting to use back channels. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe, and we're going to get started on this. We're going to start with the video. This is a military summary. If you want to know what's going on in the Ukraine war, you go to the military summary channel. He drops 2 updates every day. Let's give him a subscribe. We're not going to join the membership, but be sure to subscribe to him. If you want updated information, it may not be that's all, folks. It may not be the information you want to hear, but it's typically the information that you do need to hear. And we do need to hear a couple of minutes of what he's about to say. It's very important.
The clashes are going to take place for Germany, for the place for the chair of the Chancellor of Germany. And several days ago, as you know, there was a very interesting situation, very interesting event on the 19th of December. The German President Steinmeier announced that he would dissolve the Bundestag on December 27th. In recent days, I have held discussions with the chairman of the parliamentary groups in the Germany Bundestag to ensure that there is no longer any prospect of a stable federal government with a parliamentary majority. So parliamentary elections in Germany will be held on the February 23. So this is the late winter military campaign. The most interesting part is going to take place in January, when we're going to see real clashes between different candidates. This is going to be obviously not a war I'm talking about, but the very interesting political games. And there are lots of parties in Germany, like Alternative for Germany, like Social Democratic Party, like Christian Democratic Union. Every single party has their own candidate. For example, the current candidate, Olaf Scholz, is from the Social Democratic Party, and people are saying that Friedrich Merz, the Christian Democratic Union, is his main competitor. And when talking about these 2 candidates, the same story as the United States of America. One of them is against the special military operation, another one is for, and even made some different ultimatums to Putin and Russia, and we're talking about Friedrich Merz. As for Olaf Scholz, I see that he is changing his mind, because on December 20th he had a meeting with Trump. He had a conversation and admitted that the conflict in Ukraine has lasted too long, and it's
Okay, this is a point worth bringing up. He had a conversation with the president, and then came out and admitted that the conflict has gone on too long. And now he's going to go forward, and he's going to point out a number of things that sound like Trump. Please make note that in the next 1 minute and 30 seconds, of the individual specific items he mentions, we return to it. Hopefully. Here we go.
time to find the path to peace. That was stated by Olaf Scholz and by his people around him. Furthermore, according to information we have, Olaf Scholz is planning and trying to find a way how to visit Moscow. Is the German chancellor planning to a visit to Moscow for peace talks? That was asked by Der Spiegel. It is reported that Scholz is pursuing practical goals. First of all, he is seeking to use the possibility improvement in relations between Kiev and Moscow to increase his support before the upcoming early parliamentary elections, which will held on February 23. Of course, Scholz understands that if he can stop the war, if he can force Ukraine and Moscow to find a negotiation path to lift and every single sanction Russia has, then of course during his rule Germany will start receiving probably a very cheap gas, maybe an oil that Germany used to have before the special military operation. So this is the main place of battle between different chancellors in different parties, and everything depends on this. Because if Ukraine lose Germany, Ukraine has already lost in their support the United States of America. But if Ukraine lose Germany, this is going to be the end of the special military operation without any activities even on the territory of Ukraine.
I completely agree. That's the only backing they would have left. The UK is in no position to militarily supply the Ukraine against Russia. That's absurd. The rest of NATO will go as Germany and the United States go. France is already in chaos. Their parliament's been dissolved. The UK just seems to be blindly pushing forward against the Russians, as they have for hundreds of years. Some reason it seems that that's just a continuation. Randomly decided to say that, but plus the United States now with Donald Trump. What's become clear to me, in my opinion, allegedly, all kinds of caveats, is that Olaf Scholz, in conversations with President Trump, has become the go-between between he and Putin. He's already spoken with Putin. If the president can get a message to Putin, a direct message through Scholz, because the media is obviously scrutinizing everything the president is doing. His conversations with Putin were roundly criticized by everyone in the media, and of course the president doesn't care about that, neither do I, and neither should he. However, if you can have a go-between, this is diplomatically, this has happened throughout history diplomatically. You always use back channels to try to attain your main goal. In communication, this is a great back channel. Brings a message, has a lot to gain by doing this himself. As he said here on Military History, be sure to give him a sub, is that Germany will start receiving that cheap natural gas, that cheap energy. Germany's economy is in chaos right now. It's not crumbling, but it certainly could be better. Their political institutions are absolutely in chaos. As you heard, the Bundestag is being dissolved, just like the French Parliament, just like the Canadian Parliament. The West is currently in a political realignment of historical proportions, the nature of which has yet to be completely revealed to anybody. The United States seems to be showing the way. If France makes a right turn, if Germany makes a right turn, because Canada is about to make a huge right turn. Trudeau is done. Pierre is going to be the PM with a majority that is incredible. It looks like a 20-some seat or more, a lot more seat majority in the Canadian Parliament. So we will have a fully functioning partner in Canada to work with again, which is going to be great. We love you, Canada. Britain, come on, Nigel. The Labour Party only got 30% of the actual physical vote of the people of Britain. You're being ruled by people who don't represent you. Come on. Let's peacefully get these folks out of there. Germany, they're on the path. France is on the path. The West is on a realignment. Ukraine knows that peace is the only option. And I believe President Trump, in his wisdom, is utilizing Scholz, who has everything to gain and everything to lose, because his party is trailing big time in the polls. I forget the party, the AFD, I think it is. I'm probably completely wrong. But I know they call it a right-wing party, a party that wants Germany first. That's kind of right-wing, like America first, like Canada first, like France first, like thinking of your country first. How hateful. But it's become clear to me that the president, his plan moves forward. It's a great plan. I would not be surprised if in the end of January, the first part of February, we already start hearing rumors of a meeting between Trump and Putin. Called it here first. I think there is peace going to be coming to Ukraine. As long as this administration doesn't cause there to be a nuclear apocalypse before then. If that doesn't happen, we have a chance at peace. It really sounds like we've got something happening on the back burner and maybe even on the front burner. I want to thank you for listening. Be sure to subscribe, and I really appreciate you. Thank you.